slaves. You understand? That local government is the head, only head of slaves, which is Edo slaves. Is only Edo head of slaves. You understand? That is what they are bearing. Now they say we are Edo. We tell this guy to hell with you. We are not Edo. We don't know Edo people. Now we not be Edo. We don't know. Now let that Edo we even they call Edo those days. Not even the whole Edo South. That small local government. Now it be Edo. They want to use their identity to rob everybody. Idiotic people.
Because when you ask normal Benin people, so we tell you, Oviye Korea or making.
Oh yeah, Oviye Korea.
Yes, so we tell you, Oviye Kovia making.
Exactly. Yes. Not be all of them.
Why some tell you say Oviye Red making? Yes. So you see, it was different. It was only when this thing happened. This spell have been working on them. And when this thing happened, when the Oba started sacking the other Obas, like Oba Nugu, that was when many of your people now came out and said, no, we are not Edo, we are not among the Edo. We are Orioro.
Exactly. Now remember the B. They weren't called Edo. Now just that small Edo local government of today. Now in they call Edo. You understand? All the whole Edo after Edo. Talk less of the whole state. It was in 1991 when they started creating Bende and Edo State, Delta and Edo State. That name started spreading. And they tried to use the name to rob Esan, rob Esako, rob Owan. And we tell them we are not Edo. They will be angry that we are Edo. You see, these people, they have mental illness. They are very stupid. We are not Edo. We don't know them before. In history, they call Esan Bedo. If we were Edo, they will say Edo Bedo. It was Esan Bedo. They are the Edo. We are not the same people. You understand? It was 1991 state creation with some of our ignorant fathers that allowed these idiotic people to use that name to name a state that was created. So that this is where the problem started from. They started trying to push the name now. They are even trying to push it to Urubu side that we are all idiot language or Edoid language they call it. There is no language for
Don't allow people to be insulting themselves here.
Yeah.
Don't allow all this
there is no language called idiot language. Edo is a slave, not a tribe, not a language.
Slave. Mama Mila, slave, calm down. We are talking. Your ancestors are talking. Keep quiet first.
Where did she want to talk?
The ancestors talk. Now she be your son, your daughter is disturbing you. Continue. Slave, Mama Mila, Gunwe, your ancestors are still talking.
Oh,
so it is them there in Edo South, not Edo South in general, but that local government, Uri Edo local government. Now them Edo. You understand? No, I am not Edo. I don't speak Edo language. There is no language called Edo. Edo is a slave. You understand? It's not even a tribe. Edo is not a tribe. It's not a language. It is a name of a slave.
So you see, if you look at it, there is a particular thing where we say that, look, before you see that I decided to speak out, I always do my investigation thoroughly before I will air anything out so that I will not be on the foul side. Now, while we are doing things together, because of the struggle for Biafra and the struggle for we are not Biafra, this is why you saw us together. Then I saw that they went as far to the Google to edit that the Edoid people. Then they now said Urobo is part of it. Isoko, Esa, Esako, Afema, Ika, and all the rest. Then they now wrote there that the Oba of Bini is the emperor of the Edoid. I said, wow.
Exactly. You can see their agenda.
Wow. Wow. The Edo people, according to history, they are the last born of Paidu, apart from the ones that came from Yoruba. And how come you are the emperor of how come Yoruba is evil Edoid? It cannot be Edoid. It's not possible. So this is where I started waking up, bracing up, and said, no, if I keep quiet for this, I may have sinned against my ancestors.
Exactly.
I will not accept this. Let us correct this impression. And when I said, let us correct it, then you saw them, they flocked to my, because I use many of them as moderators. Then they started to bring down my page by all means.
They'll be reporting it. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, that's what they were doing. Before I even knew it, well, most especially when I did the video of support the creation of Eastern State. Oh, I didn't know I've offended. Say, which Eastern? I'm trying to clamor for freedom of Eastern from the hand of their Oba. Because I was in the same situation with the Easterns. Let me tell you people today, as an honorable man, I will tell you that if I don't know my history, that means I don't make sense. I was in the same situation whereby we are under the oppression of the Oba. When we say we are siblings, doesn't mean that we don't know what happened. A lot of things happened. But then, it's just for history's sake. But in this present generation, it won't happen again. That is what we are saying. Exactly. We know a lot of things happen now. But it will not happen again. If we use our own self to agree that it should happen, that is where it will happen. So we are not agreeing that it will happen again. Tell your history, how you were a murderer, how you unalive people. That is not my concern. But the one you say that you were there when you unalive the kings in Roboland, you should be able to be accountable for that when the moment comes. Aleluya. Because one thing I so much thank God, you are in Milan here, around Milan, one of the villages in Milan here. That's where you are. So your case is very easy to handle with the police so that you can come out, because there is evidence of how you unalive our father, even some of our brother that we are unalive, that we are looking for the people that did. You have come out to tell us you are the one that you said it, that you were there. You cannot just be an illiterate in the back of your Bini and come to Europe and misbehave. Your evidence will speak against you. The evidence which you prefer from your mouth will speak against you. You will learn something here. You must surely learn something from this video. You will learn something. So now, the fact is that for the
sir, let me quickly tell you something. The reason why we stood up against Oba, I talked to some of my own chief brother, and we heard a story that during the Midwester, Aunchi and Ishekiri fought against that Midwester. So we spoke, me and some Aunchi brother, and I tell them that, so your ancestors, leave our ancestors to suffer in the hands of Obas. You people ran away and leave them to suffer. Why? So the guys now told me that, listen, it's not them that is serving the Oba. It's our people that is serving the Oba. So they don't have anything to do if the Bini people are serving the Oba. So if they come between, they are looking for trouble. That was 8 years ago. You understand? So we did not hate Oba, but Oba cannot keep on enslaving our people. We will not take it from Oba. So you people were seeing us at that time as a bad person, but thank God for our Idu today, spirit of Idu, that you people now stand up and see the reality, what we were fighting for. You understand? So thank God for today. That is what I want to chip in.
Thank you very much. Let me give the floor to Paul 19. Paul 19, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Please unmute yourself and have the floor for 5 minutes. Let us go turn by turn, please.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. So I came in just when our sister Uwa was giving her submission the first time before now. And
she also said the same thing I told you, that was yesterday or day before yesterday, that even in the midst of how they surrounded you, the Benin surrounded you in your page and were purging you to drop anybody that is not speaking to what they want to hear, but in your own wisdom, you kept managing the situation and making sure that they don't maltreat anybody, even in the midst of the pressure. And when she was saying it, I was like, this was exactly what I saw. That made me feel, I felt that this man is not actually a bad man, but these people are just pressuring this man. They are just pushing all kinds of hate. I myself, I live with the Urhobos for close to 40 years in Lagos. I know their character. So when you say you're the Urhobo man, I was like, I know these people. These people are very, these people, they behave well. They are gentle people. They don't, I know them. So I was like, no, I know these people. These people, now Benin people, they push this man. This man will be like this until this moment when, by the grace of God, you came out from them. I noticed the same thing in that young boy, Urhobo people. When that young boy started his life, I used to go to his life and I marveled at the way that young boy was telling history. Until these same Benin people came again and started pushing that boy until the boy, he turned to he started telling history of hate. He was telling pure history before. Pure history. I listened to him. I was like, wow, this young boy, look at the way he tells history. But when the Beninese came to surround him, they turned him into another thing. They turned that young boy into another. I feel sorry for the boy whenever I go to his page these days. He doesn't really know what he's doing anymore. He knows this history, but they surrounded him. And I feel pity for him whenever I see him. I just feel that, I don't know if there's an elder around him to guide him. He feels that he knows, but sometimes you need that elder around you because they've seen a lot of things. That gra no go there again. They will tell you that calm down. You have the knowledge, but you are still young. There are certain things that you don't know. Experience is higher than what you know because we've seen it. So please, Daddy Mike, thank God that you are now an open-minded person. They were pushing you to hate on the Igbos. For the life of me, the Igbos and the Urhobos have no problem. In fact, they are one of the most sweetest people in the South that we associate with. But for whatever reason, I really don't know why they were pushing you so much. But thank God that you are fine and you are open now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Paul 19. Thank you for your submission. I really appreciate your patience and your observation right from time. I want to say something clearly here. You see, we all Nigerians, we are one people. Sometimes I could be doing a wrong thing as an Urhobo man. Doesn't mean that the Urhobos will be bad people. Where confusion actually came in was where some group came in the time of Biafra. Otherwise, it is not that sometimes we don't like telling most of our histories. We reserve a lot. But I will tell you today, I don't know where you are from, whether you are from Igbo or not, but I will tell you today, even the Igbo you are seeing, the Igbo that you are seeing today, you see the way we say we are related to Benin, to the Benin people, not the ones that came from Yoruba. That is how, that is how we, some Isoko are related to the Igbo.
No, it's true because I noticed, but these days now, you have to avoid saying something like that so that may fight will come.
But Grai, or some people will not let us say certain things. You understand? So, but then we know where we belong. We know where we belong. For example, today, when we say we are related with the Benins, not the ones that come from Yoruba inside, though, then tomorrow they may be surprised when they hear the version of how Isoko and another side is. So we are just like, that is why you see that with the Robos and Isoko, we are very liberal. Because we are a people that, we are raised in such a way that the blood came from year and year, and it's like a very hybrid. For example, it is difficult for you to see this Ile Binu invent something. When you compare Urobo and Igbo today, for example, the Igbos, not that they don't have their bad side, their shortcomings. They have it. The Urobos, they have their shortcomings. But when you talk of creativity, you will not see that some Igbos are very creative. You see that some Urobos are very creative too. You now bring them together. How is it that these people are creative? Because when I say creativity today, some Benis will think I am just joking. The blood transfusion machine that is being used in the whole world today, blood transfusion machine that they used to transfuse blood now, it was invented by Urubu man.
Yes, it was a colonel.
Yes, Ovege. Thank you. You are good. You are good. Ovege. Urobo man invented that machine they are using to transfer blood for people. They are creative. And I want to tell you another one. Do you know this mini aircraft you are seeing in Nigeria today that some others are doing now? Uroboma is the first to do it. In a tefe, Ogara.
How can people be created when they said you cannot be rich than Oba?
You know that one?
Man. Yeah, the Mac. How can people be created where you cannot be rich, you cannot be smarter than Oba? So
yes,
you don't compare.
Because all they think is just within the limit of the Oba. So when I look at this thing, you see this creativity is something of a thing. When you see the creativity aspect, the Robos and the Igbos, they look creative. Then you now blend them together and you see something there. Then when you now go to the history in Isoko land, you see the history clearly, but we don't want to be telling histories again because of this Bini people who felt that all history must be under Oba.
Mike, you are actually preempting what I wanted to say. You remember when we were Bender State? Did you remember?
Yeah, come on, please.
Bender State was the best educationally in the whole Nigeria. Where were the best students coming from? It was from Urobo, Ika, and Esan. They don't used to go to school there now. They don't go to school. Huh? That's the truth. What I will tell you people is this. Keep telling your history. Anytime we want to tell our history, those of us from Onwa, Esako, they will tell us to keep quiet.
You see?
Yes, sir. Then when they come to our platform or come to any platform, they will start, we just know them. The first thing they will say is Ogun, or they will start insulting you or something. And they are giving our state negative propaganda. Do you know that the other tribes in Edo State? You don't know. But if you come online, you only see the Bini people embarrassing the state. Many of us are even ashamed to say that we are from Edo State now. We are ashamed. Akoko Edo people are in that state. How many times have you seen Akoko Edo online? Esako, they are in that state. Have you seen them online? Onwa is there. Igala is there. Esan is there. You don't see those people online. If every day, morning till night, you keep seeing Bini for all the wrong reasons. All the wrong reasons. Yes, sir. Now, look at the population of Urobo. Urobo alone is 10 million. Bini is just 1.3 million population. So who gave birth to who? You have Urobo both in Edo, Delta State, Urobo in Ondo State, Urobo in Lagos State. Where do you have Bini people?
Urobo in Bayelsa State. Currently,
you have 7 local governments.
Bayelsa State now is an Urobo.
That's 7 local governments. You have other tribes inside. Yeah, so we need to let's be guided. Please, keep telling your history. If anybody come here to insult you, mute him, bring it down. Yeah, bring it down. Keep telling your history, right? See, your history is documented. Though. If you want, I can send you your history. If you are a royal people, you have never bowed before anybody. You understand? Your history is well documented. Before 1900, heavily documented. You can go and read about Chief Okumagba, and you know what that was your fighter in Uroboland. So please, keep telling your history. Don't allow all these Bambiala people come and start gagging you or whatever. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Paul S. Thank you very much for that submission. Actually, you see, the history between us and Oromia and its lineage, it has never been a sweet one. And when some people want to paint it, they want to sugarcoat it as if it was a sweet one. Fortunately, I came from a community who stood to fight for the protection of the whole Urobo land. You did mention somebody just now. The last speaker did mention somebody. Okumagba. The blood of Okumagba runs in me. I that is speaking here. The blood of Okumagba, it runs in me. We have never given up among the Urobos. Right from our ancestors, we have always protected Urobo land. And we have always crushed down saboteurs among us. That is how it is. Go to Uganda. You see us there, we are the Uganda. Go to Agbaraide that stopped Ekpenede, who led Guinewa to come and try to topple that area. That was why we stopped him to remain at the water side. So they were able to subdue only the Shekiris. That's Agbaraide. The blood runs in me. You now come to Agbara in Abraka. It runs in me. We have never left. Go and ask your agent. He will tell you where I come from. That we have never stopped. That is the blood. The blood will never allow anybody to conquer or infiltrate Urobo land. There is a special place in Urobo that don't allow infiltration. They are warriors in everywhere. They don't allow it. So you think when I tell you that your Oba, I can only respect your Oba as your king, just like the way I respect other kings. But I cannot celebrate him. That is the word I've always used for you. Do you want me to celebrate somebody who fought my ancestors, whom you are even giving testimony that he unalived some of my relatives? But your own, we are not unalive. All were saved. Kudos to you. I raise hand for you. Nobody unalive for your side. Then why you not enter Urobo land? Go take over. So you were unaliving Urobo kings. Why you not fit? Go plant one enogi for Urobo. Somebody is speaking. You are talking nonsense history story that they told you that Oban I get land go reach abroad. You reach Italy. You are now running and hiding from police. Now Oban I get land go reach abroad. Stupidity.
At the mic, no vessel. These days now, if I want laugh at your page at the cup, I'll go that video where you talk see the Oban Geri Japan. I'll call the laugh. That video, I'll go watch that video, call the laugh. Anytime I want laugh, I'll go watch that video. Go to watch. I'll go watch it.
No, those are comedy. They are comedy, but some of them doesn't know that they are comedy. Can you imagine? A whole full-grown man came to my office to where I was having a business in Italy. He came as a customer. I don't have to, to be aggressive to him. Then he was not telling, at a point, he was not telling me, now believe the senior, I told you, now I get land, courage this abroad. That time I was in Italy. I was looking at him. I said, my brother, can't you calm down? Eh? You are supposed to be teaching people at home that thing they told you people is a lie. He said, no, it's not a lie, you. I just look at the guy, I said, maybe I cannot say he's having some meta challenge. Let this guy quickly buy what he want to buy and leave. That is how I push the guy. So you can imagine the kind of mentality some of them still hold. That somebody who is abroad cannot even teach people at home that it is a lie, you. We don't own any land, go rich abroad, you. They cannot even still tell people. What paid them most, I will tell you what paid them most that made me to become their number one enemy. What made them to go and start photoshopping me was when I behaved like a monkey in their midst. Because when you want to catch a monkey, you behave like a monkey. When I behaved, then they were now telling the history of how Urobo Senior Bini, then we got it recorded, everything. Then, then we got the whole thing recorded. Then before I now push out and show it to my Urobo people, that Bini, they are never seen you anywhere. They are even last born. Not all the Bini, there are some infiltrators like those ones that come from Olukumi and Yoruba area, like Oromia as well. And some of the robots, if you want to learn, somebody did give a submission here. He said, if you want to know how Benin's look at you people, you should just take little money, transport and go to Benin, spend some time and keep quiet in their midst. I know it will be a little bit difficult for you, but they will tell you with English. I know you are not like me who understand their language in total. So they will tell you with English what their papa and their mama told them in their backyard about you. They don't have good perception about you. They don't have good thinking about you, except you have to put that to where they belong. Tell them, look, I am not above you and you are not above me. Teach them. Sit them down and teach them. Don't support this their blind this kind of illiterate belief. Don't support it. If you support it, you are allowing them to become more foolish. Teach them, they are your brothers. Then if you tell you that he's greeting Lamogu, that Obiesese, there is something they call Obiesese in Benin. If you tell you it's Obiesese, tell him that it's not your friend, it's your enemy. If you want to come on that ground, because Obiesese means Oromia lineage. They are the Oromia. So if you are Obiesese and my ancestors are your ancestors, fought, and a lot of things happened. So why should I celebrate you? But if you want us to be friends, put that Obiesese aside. Let me also put my own aside. Let us see each other as one people. That is the only thing that will bring us together. And that is, do you people know, that is where they were carving this belief of seniority from. That political relevance that Oromia lineage gained through bad trade with the Portuguese. So they now said they are superior. And they are not superior. For your information, every Benin, I think some are losing their self-out, not all the Benis. Some have told you, no, it is not possible. But most of the Benis, ask them, they will tell you that they are of Yoruba. And what is the of Yoruba? That is why you see that those in Oriomo, they are distancing themselves from the Edo, because Edo means that I name you people my slave. So those people from Oriomo, Uode, and Iyekovia, they are telling you that they are not Edo, because Edo means that you are my slave. That is what the Oba tell them. You are my slave, you are my Edo. And if you meet most of them today, matured grown-up men with gray hairs, they are telling you that one was interpreting to the Benin people. He was telling them that every male child and every female child, you belong to the Oba. How can I be a property of a human being?
That's Senator Ozamere.
Thank you. How can I be a property of human being? The maximum I can say is that my life is in the hand of God, not in the hand of one human being. He now said, he now interpreted it in Benin. He said that is why you see that when you grow up to adolescence, they now say Ohwoba. Ohwoba means woman of Oba. You belong to the Oba. He interpreted it to them in Benin language. Then he now said that is why they say Oba, you are a man of the Oba. And even they themselves will also still tell you that they go say, I'm not going to use my mouth to talk to myself because I'm not a slave to the Oba. I can never say it because they can record it and cut it and say, I thought I'll be the same thing. You understand? So then they said, we say, of your buyer in let me speak their language. Of your buyer, that's of your buyer they be. Only they use their mouth. Because it just says why we are growing up, ladies and gentlemen. I just spend more time for this planet Earth and I give glory to God. When we are growing up, you know go call Oba name. Oh. If you call Oba name, even your mother go use that to cover your mouth. So Oba go vanish come home. That is to tell you the extent of the horror and terror where they unleash on Idui Godomi land.
But the Mike, I grew up meet that fear.
Yeah, I think. So when we begin to talk, so what Pampas speaking go God they tell us what the person wasn't our friend. The way we grow up, the way we saw the whole event, we knew that the Oromia wasn't a brother to even the Aborigine Benin's. The Aborigine Benin's, they are Urobo and Esa people. When you hear the Benin's come out to say they conquer, they did not even conquer Ika. Eze Shima was a native doctor from Ika, the help when he helped the Oromia dynasty. Now make the people, they think say, maybe also Benin go call the say they conquer Ika. They did not conquer Ika. Eze Shima was a strong man that he gained prominence in the Benin Empire, Benin Kingdom. Was helping him. That even he was not unalive. He was lucky and he was strong. If Esa man is here, if Esa person is here, let Esa person tell you the Esa person that did the juju, what they take cast spell.
The man name, I dey here. The man name still there. They call him Orokpo Taho. There is no Benin man when no know Orokpo Taho. He dey near Oba Palace.
I want to do after he do the sham for that when he walk for that.
Oba Kpayam. They say, now they say he no want make that man. The man of he possess wetin he possess because now let the man go fit undo wetin he don already do. So that is to say till date, an average Benin man no go fit reason again.
You see, that spell. Now Benin go tell you say they're more than Esa. How? When you say na Esa person, I do the juju when he hold unati today. Only one Esa man. Now I do the juju when he hold the Benins. When he say they're not they take the reason word today so. And that is the Orokpata. That's Orokpata. And what did the Oba pay him with? He paid him by unaliving him. Because he feared that if Orokpata, if he undo or he revise the sham, many of the Benin people go get sense immediately. And he also believed that in order for another to not do the sham for another king, now make her on a lifer. These are the two things. It is this thing we are saying. It is in their history. it is in the history of the Esa. And when somebody, and robo man that is growing up, or a woman where you know the year Bini, you know the year Esa, that you will not come and tell me that what I am saying is not true. Please, this education, I'm giving it to you as a robo man, free of charge. Because I understand these two languages. This history has been narrated in Esa. It has been narrated in Bini language too. And I have both. So those that are serving Oba, even still use it to give history like a pride that person when he do juju, when he hold them, when he cast spell on those people that are serving Oba, that the person that did that juju was Esa person, and later Oba of Bini have to unalive him so that the juju they not face spoiler, so that you know we still do and give another king. Can we just wake up, we that are robos and other ethnic groups, and know that yes, if you are one of those that was being deceived, that Oromiya is your brother, Oromiya never have any link to Robo. We never allowed Oromiya lineage in Robo any day. We never allowed it. We never allowed anything like staff of authority that was given to the Efa gate, like they lied. Efa is younger among the three sons. The God that Pai do serve, they added the Pa because the Pa is not part of the name. Pa means old man for Bini. Now they take a tell me Pa. Idu is the name, okay? Because I've seen some of our brothers who are from Idu say, why you add Idu Pa? Pa is not part of our name. It's true. So Idu, who was our grandfather, our progenitor, when he gave birth to this children, the God when he served, now again I serve. And I have dared to ask some of the Bini who are serving the Oba that why is it that the Ogene is no longer there that you people are serving? The Ogene, we took the Ogene away with the staff of authority. It is not there. That is why you see that the only God that these people are serving was a God that was imposed on them. Ogun, Oromila, those Olukumi people brought from Yoruba. Can't you ask yourself why you are lying that staff of authority was given to you, the Efa gate, whereas Ogene is not there? Okay, show us the shrine of Ogene that Idu was having. But if you go to Uroboland, I will show you the shrine of Ogene. The Beobiesha, which started in Kokori by an Agbaroto man from Awire, Ubiesha, the son of Boji. The staff of spirituality went to him and is the originator of Igbe. Ogene.
Yes.
But I was surprised one day when this little boy was changing it for Bini people in order to glorify Bini people. He said the staff of office of Ogene, which arose in Uroboland, which is the Igbe today, was also come through the union, which is Agbo, Ikokori. You lie. It come through Owowa. It's from, go and do your research. If you are watching from FYP, Ubiesha is the son of Iboji, of Awire in Agbaroto or Wowa. It's not from Agbo. So that history you twisted for them. I'm revising the history. I'm revising the history. And there is a song dedicated to it by our ancestors that Igbo is from Awire. Ubiesha is the son of Iboji from Awire, but based in Kokori. So
Daddy
the
Mike,
spirituality.
Daddy Mike, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, Daddy Mike, sorry. Yeah, good morning again. Good morning.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I agree with the also.
You're welcome.
I agree with that. Yes, I think say some of these things when we talk here, it make a lot of sense. I will tell you for free, say most of that history when that young boy they give. Now entertain and now be. He just entertain those people. Because some of those things not be real, not be fact, and those histories they are not correct. So now entertain and be. If you want to, Urobo has their history. Urobos has their history. Urobo know where they come from. Not be with that young boy. Could they talk with you know? That na entertainer. For me, I call them saying entertainment in they do there.
It's true, it's entertainment. It's creating content to get gift.
Creating content, yeah, to get this thing. So that's not the thing. Again, one time I want to talk something. Say you talk about this Igbo and Isoko. Okay, I come in page one day. I come to tell them say these Igbo people when they look the true face. So Igbo people get relationship with us. It may not be bloodline. But it might be of commercial interest in some areas in life back then, with our forefathers. I can't tell them say this drum when we do people they beat so that skills was gotten from Igbo land. That drum. If you listen to do music, that drum, they carve that skill, part of it from an Igbo speaking tribe. Do you know what that boy said? He fought that this thing. It was not wrong for him to fight it. But I was thinking that he will now come and give us another narratives that will be able to counter that is not true. That this is where they got the band beating from. You get? Because when you counter something, let's say for instance, if I dey waka for top of bridge now, one thought can come say, suppose you just fuck more for this bridge, enter this river now, what you would say will happen to you? If I remain like that, it means I don't consider that kind of thought to my body. But if I reject them too, with my mind, say, why I will fall for inside this river from this bridge, I reject them. I have God in me, I cannot do that kind of thing. It means you don't counter them with a positive this thing so that you can move on in life because that fear not can come again. So the thing we say, when you talk something and we say not they correct, or somebody talk something not correct, and you say the thing not be say it be, then we expect you to correct that narratives so that we'll know where all of us stand in. So like I talk to that boy, na comedian or na entertainer na be. You get it?
Okay, Daddy Mike, just to add to waiting our brother here talk soft techie. I told you that I live with the Urobos for close to 40 years in Lagos. I noticed certain things. Now, if the Urobos, they go say, okay, they be call, which that be call, where did they talk? Or so go say biko. That biko, where did they talk? Now, what thing they call biko, which is the same thing, abego. And I noticed something again, something they go say do. I knew that though they are saying is a kind of sorry. Or maybe well done or something like that. And that thing for our side, na undo, which is sorry.
We also have Ogun.
Many things, they're going to talk say enu na up for Igbo too. They will talk say iko na cup for Igbo too. And I noticed say like say they call corn oka, which they call corn oka too. There are many similarities like that. Why I noticed, I was like, what is going on here? But I just said, yeah, whatever. But maybe something, somehow, maybe because of closeness, living close side by side, maybe
whatever. I just add more to that thing when you talk. So say on the truth, all those relationships, those words when they intermarry each other. When we will speak, we will get similar dialect from Igbo too. You get some of that. That's why I said something. I said that boy they give wrong entertainment in they do there, because if not be blood relationship, therefore means that we don't do commercials together before. You know, say our commercial trade, now trade by barter. And you must be able to know the things when you want to trade or talk about. So if we speak similar language, it therefore means that we don't get relationship for very long time. Because before now, we know they trade with currency. What we trade with was with exchange. You go bring your corn come, I go bring my fish come. Are you getting me? So in all of these things, our relationship in words and in commerce, in trading relationship, we will have all these words married together. Are you getting me? But what I'm trying to say here is that we forget that boy. We forget in this thing. I think it's not relevant. It's not a factor, okay, in this discussion. For me, I think some of the Benins, either they talk about their king great, they see the kingship or the king or the Oba as their standard of civilization. Okay, they see him as their standard of civilization. So it therefore means that there is no way our civilization is going to surpass our king. So, and that is why they are reverencing him, and that is why they are worshiping his antecedents and everything about the Oba. In Urobo, we do not worship our king. We only recognize him. And our king is not called, our king does not have a special status. Our king is considered as a leader. That's why you can hear Urobo call our king or Ovie, or Roswen, Avotu, or Kobaro. Those names mean you are the one that is leading the society in a better light. We don't worship our king. And we do not do any special remarks before or after his death. For instance, like let's use blood to cleanse the land for our king, because he don't go join our ancestors. We don't do it. And even before he will assume office, we do not do anything like such. We do not bring blood to sprinkle on the land or the soil or wherever on a deity. No, we don't do it. We may recognize some elements, some angel, like Oloku, all those things, Oloku, Mami Water, some of all those names. But we know, say, there is another supreme being that creates heaven and earth that we call Ogene. You get? So we do not worship our king. We do not worship our king, but we recognize his leadership. Yes. I just told us, yes, we recognize his leadership. That's why we call him Oroswen, Agotu. You get? And there are so many other names that embedded that entitlement. So if they see your king as the god in your land, and you assume that to be other people or acceptance, no, it's not like that in a Urobo land. If your king is so powerful, as you claim, I've told us before in different fora that the Urobos has so many community in Edo State. And if you compare the ones Benin has, I don't think it's more than the one Urobo has. So it therefore means that Urobos own that place, even some of the land that you took those land by force, is because of the guns you were given by the support of other, should I use the Vedas now, or your associates? Because if you look at the Benin lifestyle, if you look at them critically, before now, they are not farmers, they are not fishermen, they don't have handwork. So this is what they know the Beninese. That you can say this is what they do as a mainstay in their life. But you can typically pinpoint Urobos. If Urobos are not good farmers, how come you call Konanot over Urobo? Because we have Urobo Cola. Do you get that? We have Urobo drink, Ogogoro. We also have oil, palm oil. We have so many things our great-grandfathers traded with farm, and we are still fishermen. Even the Benin rivers, you say you own. You will not find any Benin or just that tribe in those shores. You will still find the Robos. So that's to tell you that the original owner of that place is not you people. You came there, you migrated to that very place, and you, by venture, you were looking for ways on how to manipulate these people by cunning, by assistance, by every wish possible that you can get from your associates. Only you associate with Portugal. Only you associate with Beninese. With Yorubas. Only you associate. Who are you associating with? Against who? Against your brothers. So therefore means that there is something that you are looking for that is making you go into this nook and cranny, okay, to get rid of these people so that you can oppress them in their land.
I have a few things to say, please.
My brother.
Say Benin's associated with Portugal. It is a lie that has been associated, and I dare you to prove it. They will come out with that lie saying their prince was the first person to speak a foreign European language, which is Portuguese. He went to Portugal about 14 something to study and came back. Do you in Portuguese? We try to find if there was any point in time in any Portuguese history, in any European history, having any record, an African prince from Benin studying anywhere in Portugal, and there was no such record. There was no such record anywhere. If you want, you can Google it. If you like, you can even use AI to search it.
No, Etiop, look at what Softec is talking about. When Softec says that they mingle with the Portuguese, it doesn't mean that they went there. The Portuguese were the ones alongside the Dutch. They were the ones that armed them. And that is why, in fact, Softec, Softec is saying, Softec knows what he's saying, because when he said that they don't have handwork, it has some credence. Why do I say so? Now, if you check, they really do not have handwork. Why? Because they were slaves. They were collected as slaves from amongst the neighboring tribe. It is still the same people from among the Urobo, from among Yesan. So to say that they don't have handwork is correct, because that's why they don't have handwork. Because when you look at the other indigenous Urobos and Esan, they were doing their farming, they were doing their farm wine and fish and whatever. But those Benin, they don't have handwork because they were collected as slaves. That was the reason they don't have that handwork. So Softec, you know what he's saying.
Yes, Paul. They don't. Yes. Thank you, because you actually delve into what I was trying to.
Can I also add up something that you said?
Softec, you are not correct. My father was a farmer. Okay.
We are not talking about
between listen between.
You are not in Lebanon. Are you in Lebanon?
So no. There are some Ibino that is there. Oba have enslaved them. You don't say they don't have handwork. Or all of them we are casual. You don't know say now God save you and that the make therefore use you do sacrifice, they use Oguname. You don't know. Therefore use you do sacrifice.
The history of migration. Can you people hear me?
I wanted to ask you a question.
Can you hear me?
Just give me 1 minute, I beg,
Okay.
please. There's Uwa. Please, what is the meaning of the word Akala Dira in Benin?
I don't know, na fake. Na fake. Na fake now. You don't know say na fake.
I understand.
They tell you fake story.
I'm trying to imagine the fake. There must be a meaning in Benin.
You know, say when you don't catch person for life, you go they try to straighten out. You know, work again because you don't already catch them. It's a fake history. You know.
So there is no meaning. Meaning for Benin.
No, we are never hearing since I was born. Now, social media for the year, Kaladira, Red Book. You understand?
So this condition we Nigeria are living. And let me talk, please. This condition we Nigeria are living right now is like we don't even appreciate it. You understand? We have to face the reality. What is happening right now is we don't need anything like tribal war. But you see that when Fulani come to your place and do something stupid, we people will be saying, instead of everybody to join together, we are just we are just mocking out. This is not right. You understand? We have to face the reality. My friend, shut up. A lot of you,
don't be telling me shut up. Don't come and talk nonsense. Is it not your Oba that gave them land?
Listen.
What is IDP camp doing in Edo State? Your Oba cannot give people land to carry. Mute your mic. Don't come and patronize me.
Please, don't interject me. Let us be polite. Don't our submissions, please.
Don't interject.
Look,
please,
we are talking about. Look, we need to face the reality and Robo history. We are not talking about reality here.
So forget anything.
Please, everybody should mute first.
I want you to
everybody mute
first. I want to
listen. A lot of you have lived in Benin, you understand? After you people live in Benin, some people say a lot of you have lived in Benin.
Everybody should mute first, please. I just want to say something. Please, we should speak orderly and a little bit be polite and respectful. And secondly, we should know that this platform, what we are doing is that we are investigating Igodo history. I've investigated this history for more than 50 years, and it is continuing. And the next generation are going to continue the investigation, get out answers. Because by doing this investigation, different evidences and opinions are now coming out from the experience of what they read and what they heard. We have been able to pick out here that the Beninese who are submissive to the Oba today, they are under spell of the juju that an Asa man made. And we have been able to establish the name of that native doctor who is an Asa. And also, the Beninese also corroborate their own history, also corroborated it, that the Beninese who are taking Oba as everything in their life today, who also say they are slaves to the Oba, they are under that spell. So we have been able to establish this. So for those that are not Beninese or those that are Benin, who didn't know that there is something like Urokmuta, that there was a juju that was done, that held their ancestors and is still working in Benin land to today. So they will be aware today and they will do their investigation, more investigation on this to confirm. We have been able to pick out some other things such as how Oromiya invaded the route he took right from through Ogbese River into Egbeta, Utese, to Use, and to Udo, and how the seat of Oba later on moved from Udo through Esige, Oba Esige to Gbeku, and all the rest. We have been able to establish this.
Before you land, when you are speaking, speak with facts. So please speak with facts, and you put the.
Mr. Kenny,
I believe that you don't. I believe that
just say what you don't know. You are ignorant. You don't know what you are saying.
You don't belong here.
Sir, it's my turn now to speak.
You are stupid. You are mad for saying such rubbish. He's sorting about.
You can bring him down.
It's my turn now to speak.
You know, this is how you know them because they cannot defend.
They don't use Slapte Kolobi who said for Bini. They don't use Slapte Kolobi.
Just one moment, please. The history of Oba Esigi, who is called Oserede and Idubo, is documented in the book of Jacob Egarewa. You should have asked politely. That was how the seat of the Obaship moved from Udo to Ugbeku. The mother of what is this name? Is Idia. And the mother of Idubo, who is Arwa of Udo, is known as Eloi. So all this is documented. So you should have asked politely. We are not here to make up history. And that was when the seat of the traditional stool moved from Udo for the fear of Arwa and Udo to Ugbeku, the mother side of Oba Esigi. And remember, it is documented also that Idubo, who is the Arwana, conquered, while he was fighting back, conquered up to Ukumu. Conquered the town of Ukumu, getting close to that place. So what are we saying? It was because of a horn of war that he had, that he now returned to Udo. Otherwise, he could have completed the job. So these things are documented. Why you just come here, jump as if the story they told you in your backyard by your mother or your father is what we should accept. All these histories are documented. They are there. And like me that is speaking, I told you that I've investigated more than 50 years. Am I hiding it? Up to the Odiri. Arwa Nukomezi. I've gone there. The shrine of Arwa Nudo, I've gone there. Egbeta, where the Olukumi warriors who followed Oromiya to come and invade our land. I've gone there. Utese, I've gone there. Who said that are involved in the history? All I have gone there. That is to say, I have enough time and I have done enough investigation. So what are you coming here to come and shout? I am equivalent to your father or your mother, or I may be more because I travel to do investigation, apart from my age. So you should not just come here to discredit what we are talking. You should have asked politely. That is what I'm asking from you. So if any person have anything to debunk it politely. We will give you evidence. That is it. Thank you. So Mr. Kevin, let Mr. Kevin complete his submission for 2 minutes. Then he go to Titanic. Mr. Kevin, please.
Say what?
Have you complete your submission? Yeah. 2 minutes.
See, host, somebody like you have lived in Benin. You understand? You can't live in Benin after you left. You started criticizing people.
Not criticize. I was on a mission. I investigated for more than 50 years. Don't say criticize.
Talk. What kind of mission?
I'm investigating our history.
Are you up to my head, brother? What is wrong with you?
Our history.
Are you a journalist? What do you know about history?
Yes.
What do you know about history?
Yes, I investigated and I have to tell you
what kind of journal. Show me your certificate. Show me your certificate. You live in Italy. Show me your certificate.
Are you a fool? Who told you I live in Italy? You are a fool. You got that wrong in the first place. Who told you I live in Italy?
You were the don't be tired for Benin. They don't use slap take come out your head for Benin. You can't talk.
Do we drop this
shut up. Administrator this thing so
that bring that down. Bring that down.
They work for everybody.
This investor who doesn't have sense, who is doing Shoroti in Italy, he cannot belong here. He's a fool.
Also, you have not made me admin so that I'll be dropping irrelevant people like that. All those irrelevant people, now me go to drop them for you. Also, so I wanted to say something about what Softake was saying initially about the evolution of the people now considered the Benis. When you put the history like the Beni people, migrated and they migrated and or invaded that particular territory of Idu. Understand? Makes it look as if they are warriors, but that is not true. What happened was that they did not migrate, like I've always said. Their offspring You know what offsprings are now? When parents give birth to children, the children of, some of the that children of the communities around those places that we gathered, they were gathered from the communities around those places. Ras, so can you mute your mic, please?
Whose microphone is making noise now?
Ras, is it Ras? Abi.
Okay.
Ras up now.
Ras
up now.
Okay, go on.
So there were the children of, the indigenous natives that were captured, in that era, and not just captured. Like, when you read the history, you can see that the Ogi of Ego also, participated in the betrayal and sabotage of the Ogiso's dynasty. So they are also part of the people that form the present day Ile Ibinu people. Understand? And a whole lot of other things, So that is what is made up of the Ile Ibinu people you have today. It's not as if they migrated from somewhere and came and called. Who do dash monkey banana? Where they get that kind of strength from? They collected them from around. And if you also read the history, you understand that there was a time when people were forced to use their children to pay tribute, to the Oromios dynasty. There was that time people were using their children to pay tribute. So a lot of things were happening back then. But then I also want to talk about one important and significant aspect of the history, which brings us to the history of Ogene, the history of Ogene, the significance of Ogene in Idu Igodo Migodo, and what that office really stands for. Now, so the Ogene played a very significant political role in Idu Igodo Migodo. After the Oba used to worship the Ogene, he used to worship Ogene. As a matter of fact, if the Ogene does not pronounce or declare the Oba as king, he can never be regarded as king. That is how important this Ogene you're talking about was. And it was in a territory around Esako Udo area. That's Udo Esako area. I think they still have that Esako people. I don't know, but I'm still digging in, but it was around that territory. Understand? And he was regarded as the most sacred of all sacred.
No,
and the funniest thing about it is
that they call their god today.
Yes, and I'm talking about this Oromiyo. I'm not even talking about the Ile Ibinu. I'm talking about Oromiyo's children themselves, the Ewekas dynasty. You see, during that time, after any time a new Oba was crowned, he must pay a tribute, to Oba. He must go on a pilgrimage to the Ogene to go and meet the Ogene priests. Understand? And when he gets there, he was not even allowed to see the Ogene in person. He was not allowed to meet Ogene in person. Now, he was to pay a tribute of a white cloth, something like a white cloth. Let me get the book, He was to pay a tribute of white clothes and some sacrifice, cock and some other things as gifts to the Ogene, of which the Ogene will now give him something, a symbol of authority in return. Understand? Without him coming back with that symbol of authority, without the Oba coming back with that symbol of authority, he was not to be regarded as a king in that particular domain or territory. So the Ogene was the one that actually crowned somebody king. And why I'm saying this is because because when they talk about it, they just talk about when they say this their Oba is an emperor. Understand? You need to understand that he was also a subject of the Aboriginal natives in that land. Understand? And there was a process. That dressing you see him dressed today, like I said, he's trying to copy the dressing of the Aboriginal native, like the Ada-ane, usage of the Ada-ane band, symbol of authority. And that dressing, some of the dressings he has copied today, all those other customs and tradition, right? That is what the Idu kings, that is what they used to use. And if the Ogene does not approve you as a king in that territory, you are not to be regarded as a king in that territory. So the Ogene does not just crown just the Oba. No, it doesn't. Every other king, the Ovies and the Ogies in that Idu, the Ogene played a significant role in putting them in office. He was the one that gave them staff of office. You know, he was a priest that gave them staff of office. And another popular tradition practiced by the Obas dynasty was to pay tribute, you know, to the shrine of Ohenso. The shrine of Ohenso, there's a shrine called the shrine of Ohenso in that Idu Igudu Migudu. That shrine started with the first Ogiso Igudu. So every Ogiso, you know, and this brings to the question of if the Oromios children are related to the Ogisos or not. So every Ogisos, you know, were required to pay tribute to the shrine of Ohenso and worship there as well. You know, they were required to go there and worship there as well. So, but today, the Oromios descendants no longer, you know, practice that culture and tradition. You know, they no longer practice it, because that is to show you their lineage, where they come from. You know, that is to tell you, because for you to come and suspend a culture and tradition that has been in existence for a very long time, you know, shows you a lot about them. So let me just go into the history of the Ogene. Let me read from the book. And this book is written from the time when the Oromios descendants used to trade slaves with the Arabs, with the Malians. Before Europeans came, they started selling slave trade. Even before Europeans came, they were already, you know, dealing on slave trade and slavery. So it says, okay, so it says, could it be that the local informants who were describing Mohammed Ben Mazugul to the Portuguese did not mean that he was not king of Songo, but that he was residing in Ezango, that is, in a trading post which was visited by Muslim merchants? However, Mohammed Ben Manzugul might have been the Portuguese embassy to him.
You are cram over for head, call the talk rubbish.
My friend, will you mute or get out of? Do you think we are here to rant?
You will make your summation, please. Can you
I want to finish. When he finish, if you want to debunk him, you can debunk him.
You can
that
debunk
is how
him.
we do here. And you also bring your own book to debunk him.
Okay, so embassy to him was nothing but an isolated incident without any lasting consequences, and Barrow's account of him hardly added much to the existence of European knowledge of West African interior, except a few new names, the naming of which remain incomprehensible for his contemporaries and successors. Barrow's major original contribution to the development of West African was his account of a king called Ogana or Ogene, according to informant that the Portuguese had heard at Benin around 1485. This king was the most powerful monarch of those parts of Africa, this Ogene. So they now also said, among the pagan chief of the territories of Benin, he, Ogene, was held in great veneration as the supreme pontiff with us. In accordance with a very ancient custom, the king of Benin, on ascending the throne, sends ambassador to him with rich gifts to announce that by the degree of his predecessor, he has succeeded to the kingdom of Benin, and to request confirmation to signify his ascent. So he needs the approval and permission of Ogene to even be allowed to govern that land. Understand? Degree of his to signify his ascent. The prince Ogene sends the king a staff and a headpiece of shining brass, fashioned like a Spanish helmet, in a place of a crown and scepter. He also sends a cross likewise of brass to be worn around the neck, a holy religious emblem similar to that worn by the commanders of the orders of St. John. Without this emblem, the people do not recognize him as a lawful ruler or king, nor can he call himself truly king. All the time his ambassadors is at the court of Ogene, he never sees the prince, but only the curtain of his seats behind which he sits, for Ogene is regarded as very sacred. So you see, these are the cultures, practiced. Again, these are the cultures practiced in ancient Igodomigodo and Benin. And so I will correct something. So when you hear historians refer or use the term ancient Bini, they are not talking about the current Bini. They are talking about the Bini of Igodomigodo. They are talking about Igodomigodo or Idu. When they use that phrase, ancient Bini, right? They are using their, or you hear proto Bini, you can hear some of them will use the word proto. It means before the present Bini, understand? So this Ogene he was a supreme ruler of that particular land, and he played a significant role in confirming and conferring the staff of authority to the Oba. Understand? The Oba did not just wake up, you hear them come and make mouths that the Oba was ruling the place. And again, so not to be confused with, because you hear a lot of people claim Ogene Nuhe. You get a lot of people claim Ogene Nuhe. So again, this passage is not talking about Ogene Nuhe. Again, remember, it's not talking, because you hear people say, oh, Ogene, it's not talking about Ogene Nuhe. It's talking about Ogene. Understand? Ogene Nuhe is a different entity entirely to this particular king. And secondly, I'm still conducting research, as to...
Good morning. Good morning.
I'll let Titanic to finish. It's like Titanic have network issue.
I'm still here. I'm just, being interrupted. So I'm still conducting research.
Before you finish conduct research, can I say something?
Please, I'm not. Also, sorry, I'm not done. Let me just conclude so that you can speak.
Okay, please. Yes.
So I'm still trying to make some more finding as to the extent and the influence of this Ogene and the territory. Who is this one now? You mute or you drop? What kind of thing is all this one now? Why are you people always behaving uncivilized?
Mr. Ogbe, I don't know. Please, can you mute and play according to the rules of this page, so that we can continue in a peaceful and polite manner, please? Because we're educated here, we're not just making noise here.
So, again, so this, I'm still conducting more research as to how influential and powerful this Ogene is and the territories of which he conquered, he covered. But mind you, the writer, the historiographer, clearly stated that this Ogene is found in Bini territory. Understand? Bini territory, not Yoruba territory or Nupe or Igala territory. Bini, except they want to tell us now that Yoruba land is part of Bini territory. Understand? Then we can now, start going into that politics. But again, the writer specifically mentioned Bini territory. And he did not say Ogene Nuhe. He said Ogene. So that is it. And again, so this book I read, is from the archives of the Portuguese and the Arabs, what you call semi-Arabs, Mohammedans, who came around to trade in that area around that time. So even before the arrival of the Portuguese, this particular Oromios dynasty had already they were already trading with, the Mohammedans who were coming around. They were already trading with those people, in slaves. So that is what I have to say to the contribution. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. That is a wonderful submission. Like I said, on this platform, we are investigating Igodomigodo history, and each day you can see that the platform is quite interesting because we have time to listen to people who are also doing research, bringing out facts and not cock and bull stories, whereby somebody will tell us somebody is God on earth, somebody fall from sky to become Oba and become Oba of everywhere, where we have our different kings. So that is a wonderful contribution. Thank you very much. In life, God created human being that the hand have a role to play, the leg have a role to play, the head have a role to play, and my mouth is doing a different job right now. And that is why we have our different kings. There's no one king that stands for all the other ethnic groups. And like we see, that is how it is physically. How long is it going to take some people to really realize that there is always division of labor, like what white men say, and that people existed as different ethnic groups, different kingdoms, and they have their kings. And so therefore, we should have mutual respect than thinking that we can impose our kings or our traditional rulers on others. That is why this investigation is necessary. We need to know where we are coming from and where we are going. And that is what will really make us to live peacefully and understand each other and have an uninterrupted progress and growth in life as people of the southern Nigeria. Thank you very much. So somebody was trying to, please, may I know, Ugbi, is it Ugbi? Ugbi, you were trying to talk, but it is the, I will want Prof. Idu to talk, but let Ugbi identify himself. Ugbi, please. It's like you have you wanted to ask a question or you wanted to give a submission as quick as possible. So please, let me know. Ugbi, are you there? UNGB, that is the only thing I can see now. Let us see. Okay, Ugbi Kwebo. Ugbi Kwebo. Ugbi Kwebo, are you there? Okay. I think Ugbi Kwebo have no submission. He wanted to saga. Unfortunately, this is not a saga platform. So kindly, Prof. Idu, still be patient because I know your submission is going to be long, up to 10 minutes. Let me hear from Jezik Nazi. 5 minutes, please. Unmute yourself. Jezik Nazi, are you there? Jezik Nazi.
Hello, good evening, everybody.
Yeah, welcome. Please have 5 minutes.
I don't have much to say. I'm just interested on the history and the reality fact because they've been much argumentative, here and there. So I just come in to know the real facts of how our tribes, different tribes, because I've been hearing how different tribes have been sharing, calling themselves who is the ultimate of each other and so on. But each time I listen, I do listen to arguments of supremacy. You understand me? They don't try to listen and let the answer really comes out, So like the other day I listened to the other young guy, Urobo boy. At earlier time I was, I was talking good anyway, but as time goes on, I don't know what is wrong with him. And this time around, it seems going so abortive, not the way I really think it's supposed to be. So, but this time around, where I'm listening to you guys now, because I'm just calling in, I'm somehow impressed, but it's like some other tribe has not really got impressed too. Please, we should say it amicably and let's the done be done. You understand me? Not trying to oppress one another, in a tribal form. You understand me? So I don't know what they are really fighting for. This is the head, this is the. If we are Idu, let us be Idu. I know everybody there is Idu, like what you said the other time, that there are some that followed the king, but I don't know. I'm not too good in history anyway, but now that because since then I really don't know where I belong anyway. But since I've been listening to you guys now, I think I don't know my footprint where I belong. So thank you very much. So I can be on the west side and be listening to you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your enforcement. So that's how I have for now.
Thank you, Jezik Nazi, for your wonderful submission. Indeed, we really appreciate that you are acknowledging, listening to one or two things, and you put it together. You know how to use it. So thank you very much. And that is the purpose. We are investigating the Igodomi history. Nobody will stop us from investigating our history. both the ugly, the bad, and the one that made us cry and the one that made us to be happy. We are going to learn it here so that we will know how to handle our future and the present right now. So that we are siblings does not mean that we forget all the things that happen, the events that happen are those things that we want to learn from so that those mistakes will not happen again. And the ones that work well for us, we will also see whether it hurts others. If it hurts others, then we will know how to moderate it, because we cannot come out to be proud of the wickedness or atrocities of anybody. Rather, we will try to correct what is wrong and put aside what hurts our siblings or our neighbors and try to become one person. That is what we want from everybody. This is a platform where we want everybody to be respected. This is a platform where we don't want anything like superiority claim, and we don't want insults on anybody. The past is gone, but we are going to continue to learn. That is this platform. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Prof. Idu, please unmute yourself and please give us a lecture on what you have for us about this topic. Thank you.
Can anybody hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you clearly.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Even though our history were hidden for us my own history were hidden for us by the Oba of Benin, with the little one I stepped my hands on. That is where I will quote from. There is a book I just screenshot now. This is it's a history book that I was able to set my hands on, and this book is prohibited, and I was able to get this very book from the palace of the Oba of Benin. And this book was written by Jacob Erariba. Some of this material Erariba used in writing this book was collected from Ogiamie Palace. That Erariba collected some material from Ogiamie Palace, the ancient Ogiso Palace. He collected some materials from Ihogbe, the Ihogbe society. The families and families of the Oba that have reigned, they are known as Ihogbe. He collected some of the material from Igu, where they do bones cast. He also collected some of the material from what they call it, Iwebo and some. Just majority of those book materials he collected from the palace of the Oba Benin and his associates. And that is why you see some of those names of those Ogisos, you see that the Benin Palace is parading. The name were taken from the palace of the Ogiamie, not from the Oba Palace. The Oba Palace did not have a record of the Ogisos that have ruled over that land. And that is why Erariba went to the Ogiamie Palace and he sat down with the then Ogiamie and some of the families. And he was able to bring out 31. But according to the records, many of the Ogisos, the names were not even up to date, were not recorded. So now what am I trying to say? They took our history, those ones they were able to use, they merged it with their own. Just like when a white man marry a black man, call the child half castes. They give us half caste history. They have cast it for us. So even with the half caste child, you were able to see this baby look like black. Sometimes it looked like a Igbo. But at least there's a sign of black in the baby and the sign of white. So let me just go to this point. This is a quote from their own book. It said, Benin. He said in Benin, that is a Benin structure, whereby the oldest man in the man is the head of the family. and the oldest man in the community is the head of the community, which is Odionwere. And Idu is I don't think so many people can read it because of my sites. Idu was the head of the land, and he was also the ruler of the lands before the advent of the Ogiso. They just measured Idu. They did not measure he have a son, he have a father, or yeah. They did not say Oba Abini gave birth to Idu or whatever. They just said Idu was the ruler of the lands before the adventures of the Ogisos, before the Ogiso came to be. Idu is BC, it's thousands of years ago. That's where we first trace our ancestral DNA. It's linked to that Idu. But today, what am I trying to say is that if you check this very book, they hide it from us so that people cannot see it. So, if you do have 3 children or you have 5 children, all those things is just recent recent book written by one man from 1970 something from the palace of the Oba. So, what am I trying to say here? I want to also refer to Mr. Titanic. Titanic said the Ogene. Said the Ogene he was referring to from the book was from between the territory of Edo. I want to also draw my own opinion. According to what Titanic said, that if the Oba does not derive the recognition or stuff from that very Ogene, he can never rule as Oba. It's two-way round. Now two-way round. My own, you say, Bini, Lebinu, or Ubinu. Today they don't call it Bini. The white men cannot pronounce the word very well. If the white men want to pronounce Lebinu, they will call it Bini, B-I-N-I. That is the original name, the original word or spelling. They used to write it Bini, B-I-N-I. But the real word is Lebinu. So, Mr. Titanic, I want to draw your attention that the then Oba of Benin, they were never living in this present day Benin. They were living in a place called Udo, and it's in our history. In Ogiamie can also look like Ogene, just like the way the Benin is not changed to Benin. Maybe the white men want to call the name Ogiamie, they can call it Ogene. Depends on them. So why am I saying this? It's in the history. Even the Oba of Benin trying to erase it. There is never a time an Oba can be an Oba or Oba can be installed without going to the palace of the Ogiame to go and collect a staff to rule over that place where he was in Udo. Right from history, right from Oba, I think it was Oba Ewedo. This thing started. Oba of Benin must surely come from Udo to Biame Palace. So if you look at the coronation of the Oba of Benin, it's tied to Biame Palace. Ogiame is the one that is giving that royal staff Adanebe. That is how, even Oba Eredewa do it before they now relocated. In our history is also there that the Oba of Benin relocated from Udo to this present day Benin where they were fighting themselves. So I am a Benin man. What I have to say here is that my own opinion is like this. The Oba of Benin was the first traditional ruler in this present day Edo and Delta to have a very strong contact with the Western world. Now the friend get contact. Please mute, not the make noise, I beg. Now the friend get contact with the Western world. So because of their contact with the Western world, they were able to narrate most of their history to these white men because they were trading with each other. So even when the British come and who they go meet, like this very Yoruba and their group, the first of their men will go school. Now this, not this one, the one before this one. He was buried alive. He was just 20-something years old, 30-something years old. Till today, the corpse, the dead body have not been found. So my submission is very simple. People that are watching us here, I want to tender apology to some of our people who are claiming, oh, we sell these people to slavery, we are great empire. I am sending apology to everybody because why? We that are Benin, we were the first people that were being sold into slavery before the Yoruba Benin started going outside. It was when our population was no longer more, it was reduced before the Yoruba Benin started going outside. So in our own archives, in present-day Benin archives, the Benin people are known. We have two type of Benin. Two type of Benin. We have Oriedo Pataki, and that's they are also known as Orie Sisese. This Oriedo Pataki and Sisese, they have greetings to identify them. There's an identification mark. If you see a Benin man, say Oriedo Pataki, but some people who come from Oriomo, my local governments, or some people who come from Ovia, they are not calling themselves Oriedo Pataki, whereas they are not. The people that come from Oriomo, they are known as Irie Digri, Irie Amoa. These are bush people, bushmen, animals. That is the Yoruba Benin can take us for sacrifice or sell us. We are regarded as bush people. And the people that come from the other western part of Edo, they are known as Edonikwe. They are not completed Benin. The original Benin, I am not an original. To them, we are the fake one. The original Benin people are a minority. They can be found around Oredo local governments. Today, they are not minority, and they go local governments. So, what we are experiencing today is government influence. The Oba of Benin, Oba Ewari too, and their great-grandfather, because of their influence with the Yoruba, they did everything to cement and integrate themselves into the so-called current Benin to make it look like that we were just one people with the Oba, and that the Oba Benin is the one who created us. You understand? That is some of the reason why all those traditional rulers that survived their invasion or whatever to call it, he makes sure that they were being eliminated either with politics or with government power. So as I speak to you today, if your name is Ogiamie, if you answer any name that comes from Ogiamie, that is the royal king of that very land, the Aboriginal king, you will never have a government employment. You will never have any political office. Anybody that comes from Ogiamie royal family or a family associated with Ogiamie, the only place you can find them is America, Canada, Italy, and so other places. So today, what we are experiencing, I think the people of Warri also experience a similar thing like that. We remember when Awolowo, Bafemi Awolowo was there, their brother. He flew into Warri to make the Olu of Ishekiri as the Olu of Warri. He created that problem. Oh, but it was unfortunate, and the rebels and the Jaws were able to resist that Olu. If it was not the support of the people who are having unity, today our Olu of Warri could have said, oh, he is the one who gave birth to Olu. They are his descendants, or Ijaw people were his own descendants. You understand? That is the way Warri is in those days. In those days, that's how Benin used to be. These people that came from Ife, they have their own quarter. And we, apart from there at the Obiedo Pataki, and they also call themselves SSAC, we are regarded as Igbo. That is how our identity to the Oba of Benin, they call us Igbo, Igbo no mama. When we hear the word Igbo, it doesn't mean they are talking about only the Igbos. According to our own history, the Oba of Benin, when they came to our lands, they brought the civilization of circumcision to our own land. Because this circumcision civilization started from Middle East. It was, according to the history of the Oduduwa came from the Middle East, somewhere like modern day Sudan. So when they came, they saw most of our men were not circumcised. It was very easy for them to identify us and know themselves. They would just go to any community like this, they will read everybody and put wood, and they tie them like crocodile, put them for boots, sell them. Just like you go for hunting, just like the way the Fulani are hunting us in here, hunting us as kidnapper. They're just taking us. So today, Brother Mike, I see you are here. You have been encouraging this program, trying to bring unity among the rebels, the Isans, the Isako, and even the so-called Benin. But I know that one day, they say, they say one day, when night don't stay long, some must only look for how to, come out in open space. My own submission is very simple. As Brother Mike, they bring this unity forum for everybody to come out to come to talk their own history. I know Brother Mike, what they call it, so Brother Mike, I beg that stigma. I want to encourage you. I know the ghost of our forefathers is with you. You're supposed to last 100 years, and you will last 150. All those things will not disturb you. We will continue to dig more into our history. And my own conclusion, sorry for staying long. Brother Mike, I will still continue to beg you and beg the rest people who are here. I am a Benin man. We are slaves. Even the Hausa even have more privilege in the hands of Fulani compared to the Oba of Benin. These people know themselves. If you go to NNPC in the slots they give to people from Edo State, you will never see one single person from our aboriginal, like Orion local government, or local government. I want to make it very clear, even the commissioner representing my local government and the NDDC, what do you call it? Oil and gas representative in my local government, they are not even from my local government. They are the family of Oromio. Pastor Osage Izeyamu, the man who contested the election with Obaseki, is from Usen, it's a Yoruba man, and is the family of the Oba, where they came from Ife. His own younger brother is the commissioner of education representing my local government. If you settle down very well, you look at the people that are in power in Edo State, from Edo South. Majority of them, they are not indigenous to our land. So I think by having this type of program, our people will start opening eye. Because we are still in the dark. Because some of them are just shouting, hey, we are resetting our empire, we are resetting our empire. But about 8 years ago, nobody dare mention Oba, talk less of even talking about this history. But today, I'm happy, Brother Mike. God bless you. Thank you very much. Please, you
shut up your mouth. Una dey craze.
remove us from slavery.
Shut up your mouth.
It's not going to be an easy task. It's not going to be an easy.
Shut up, idiot.
It's not going to be an easy task.
Shut up. That the mark will be bleachy.
If you want to debunk,
that the mark will be bleachy.
Come up and debunk. No insult. This
mark will be bleachy. They craze. Una the man.
You can come up intellectually to talk.
If you want to debunk,
don't tell us your secrets.
That is wrong.
You be
behave like a madman.
Don't behave like a madman. Come up and debunk politely.
Come up and tell us what
tell us your part of the story. People are learning. People are learning, please. Please, people are learning. Your father is not shutting up at home. Please, your father is not here. Please, try to learn.
You don't need to insult now. You see,
I don't need to insult. Come up and debunk.
Daddy Mike, I was once like him before. When I was growing up, we have this mentality that we are senior, we are original, the rest people are inferior. I remember when I was in GSS 2, so one Igbo boy offended me. I just run back home because of this orientation they give to us. I tell some of my village people, we went to go and block road. We were saying, we are going to do this. You know, we are having this mentality and we are being brainwashed. Do you know that when I also traveled to Lagos, that Mike, when I went to Lagos, they told us that anywhere we are senior. That was in 1998 when I went to Lagos at 1999. I spent 7 years. When I went to some occasion where they are doing marriage, I was thinking maybe they will ask, is any Benima here to come and touch cola? Not even ask. I was that from there, and I started to wonder. Even they wonder, they're the one where they want blind my eye. Where for Ojota, they call fan dating. I they do fan dating now. They do to the load motor. You understand? So they load motor where they go what I call Aba or the child's motor. So we can't load motor now. They come now those Yoruba boys. Now they collect the money that time. They never nothing people need to enter. 1999.
You want to go touch cola? May you bless which cola you want bless your people. They look for seniority. You want me to call you? You don't know to comment, yeah. Now that one make me come up. At least one make me come up. I don't want to come up before.
So as I just did that, one Yoruba guy just do anyhow. Now I just me on my bed. They tell us if you reach Lagos. If any, you say you write on a camel, the job, they don't get power. Say for job, that's what they always give us that orientation. Me also read them based on that orientation where they give us from our palace. The guy just me don't know say no those Yoruba boys they trade for stadium. Me don't know. And I say they say me you
now if I take collect pull your teeth come back for house.
My shirt I say me on my bed there. I say the guy give me blue for eye. When you give me blue for eye, my eye, I don't see road for complete 2 weeks. Now since that time I call you know say all this is what they tell us na brainwash you. You understand? So how they say now we be senior for everywhere. So
I want to ask you one question. Ask one.
My brother, wait before you ask it, do me tell you one thing. Okay. I remember when Oba of Benin swear for human traffic. I can't do one video that time. You know, I they do Nigeria government share the money. Yeah, now the video where they do that time. So when I do that video, I say, how about me you cost this way for our government now? We busy all of us come up for us, because they do what we not supposed to do. He do call me. He say, my sister, will not be now you for do this video. Don't talk like that. I say, Bana, you might be. They say, no, my sister, fear not, they let us talk to Oba or not talk again. It be like saying now because they follow now the canon, I mean, they fear again. I remember that day. Now I say, my brother, I don't already do, I not fit delay the video. I made the video, yeah, they may Oba go swear for our government. It do still tell that story.
No, the next thing I tell you now about Inaditan. Okay. I see you they do about Inaditan. What was 2017? Now they talk about Inaditan. Now I can't tell you.
No, the day wait swear for you might be traffic.
When you let the code